Have you ever looked at your bank account and thought, where did all my money go? Or maybe you felt the crushing weight of credit card bills, student loans, or unexpected emergencies that left you scrambling. If so, you're not alone. Millions of people face the same struggle, living paycheck to paycheck, stuck in debt, and wondering if financial freedom is even possible. That's where the Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey comes in. This isn't just another finance book packed with complicated jargon or unrealistic strategies. Dave Ramsey, one of the most well-known personal finance experts in America, has helped millions of families turn their financial lives around with practical, no-nonsense advice. His book outlines a simple, step-by-step plan to get out of debt, build wealth, and finally achieve financial peace. In this review, I'm going to share the 7 best tips from the Total Money Makeover that can completely transform the way you think about money. These aren't quick fixes, they're timeless principles that, if applied, can change your financial future forever. So, grab a notebook, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to start your own money makeover. Step 1. The Emergency Fund. Dave Ramsey's plan begins with something simple but powerful, building a starter emergency fund of $1,000. Why? Because life happens. Cars break down, kids get sick, and unexpected expenses pop up all the time. Without an emergency fund, people often fall right back into debt when those surprises come knocking. Think about it. How many times have you used a credit card because of an unexpected expense? That cycle is exactly what Ramsey wants to break. Having that first $1,000 stashed away gives you a small safety net, so you don't reach for debt the next time life throws a curveball. Ramsey calls this baby step 1, and it's crucial because it sets the stage for everything else. You might think $1,000 isn't much, and it's true, it won't cover every disaster, but it's enough to stop the bleeding. It's about creating momentum. Practical example, imagine your car needs a $600 repair. If you don't have cash saved, you swipe a credit card, and now you owe more plus interest. But with an emergency fund, you pay it and move on without added debt. That's powerful. This first step is about discipline and preparation. It's saying, I'm serious about change. And once you've secured this mini safety net, you can move on to tackling your debt with confidence. Step 2. The debt snowball. Once you've got your emergency fund, Ramsey's next step is attacking debt using what he calls the debt snowball. Here's how it works. You list all your debts from smallest to largest, regardless of interest rate. Then, you pay minimums on everything except the smallest one. That's the debt you throw every extra dollar at until it's gone. Once that's paid off, you roll that payment into the next smallest debt, and so on, creating momentum like a snowball rolling downhill. Now, some people argue you should pay off debts with the highest interest rate first. Mathematically, that makes sense. But Ramsey knows money isn't just math, it's emotional. By paying off small debts first, you see quick wins that keep you motivated. Let's say you owe $500 on a store card, $2,000 on a credit card, and $10,000 in student loans. With the snowball, you'd wipe out the $500 first. Crossing that off the list gives you a huge psychological boost. Then you attack the $2,000 with more firepower, and eventually the $10,000. The key lesson here is this: momentum matters more than math. If you've ever started a workout plan, you know how important small wins are in building confidence. The debt snowball works the same way. Ramsey insists that getting those early victories is what keeps people pushing until they're finally debt-free. Step 3. Fully fund your emergency fund. After you're free of non-mortgage debt, Ramsey recommends taking the money you used for debt payments and supercharging your emergency savings. This means saving 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. Why so much? Because once you're out of debt, the biggest financial risk isn't bills. It's life events like losing a job, facing a medical crisis, or dealing with unexpected family emergencies. A fully funded emergency fund ensures that when these challenges happen, you're not forced back into debt. Think about how empowering it would feel to know that if you lost your job tomorrow, your bills would still be covered for half a year. That's peace of mind. That's freedom. Ramsey emphasizes discipline here. This fund isn't for vacations or impulse spending. It's financial armor. He even suggests putting it in a separate savings account to avoid temptation. A practical story. I know someone who lost their job during the pandemic. Because they had a 6-month emergency fund, they didn't panic. They paid their rent, kept food on the table, and found another job without going back into debt. That's exactly what Ramsey's plan is designed to do, protect you from life's storms. This step is where financial stress begins to lift off your shoulders. You're no longer living paycheck to paycheck. You're prepared, stable, and ready to move toward wealth building. Step 4. Invest 15% of income for retirement. With debt behind you and savings secured, it's time to focus on the future. Ramsey's next step is to invest 15% of your household income into retirement accounts like 401(k), or IRAs. Why 15%? Because it strikes a balance. You're still leaving enough money for other goals, like paying off your house, while ensuring your future self is taken care of. Now, Ramsey is big on mutual funds. He recommends spreading your investments across 4 categories: growth, and income, aggressive growth, and international. While you may or may not agree with his exact investment strategy, the principle is clear: invest consistently and let compound interest do the heavy lifting. Let's put it in perspective. If you invest $500 a month starting at age 30 and your investments grow at 10% annually, by age 65 you'd have over $1 million. That's the power of compounding. Ramsey often says, live like no one else now so you can live like no one else later. This is where that philosophy shines. Sacrificing today to invest means you're setting yourself up for long-term wealth and dignity in retirement, not relying on government aid or your kids. Ask yourself, what would financial independence in retirement feel like? No worries, no scrambling, just peace of mind. That's what this step is all about. Step 5. Save for your children's college fund. For those with kids, Ramsey includes saving for their future education as part of the wealth building journey. He recommends setting aside money in tax-advantaged accounts like 529 college savings plans or education savings accounts, ESAs. The idea is simple. Instead of relying on student loans, you proactively prepare so your kids can graduate debt-free. This not only benefits them, but also protects your financial health. After all, parents who co-sign or borrow for college often end up carrying debt well into retirement. Think about the message this sends your children. By planning ahead, you're teaching them the value of financial responsibility. It's not just about money, it's about modeling wisdom. Let's run a quick example. If you save $200 a month from the time your child is 5 until they're 18, at a 7% return, you'll have over $55,000. That could cover a significant portion of their education without debt. Now, Ramsey is clear. This step comes after you're debt-free and saving for retirement. Why? Because you can't help your kids if your own finances are a mess. It's the oxygen mask principle. You secure your future first, then help them. This step is about legacy. By preparing for your children's education, you're not just giving them money, you're giving them freedom. Step 6. Pay off your home early. Imagine owning your home outright. No mortgage, no monthly payments, just peace. That's Ramsey's next step, aggressively paying off your mortgage early. Now, some financial experts argue against this, suggesting you invest extra money instead. But Ramsey's perspective is all about freedom. When your home is paid off, your largest expense disappears. That means less risk, less stress, and more money freed up for other goals. Think about it. If your monthly mortgage is $1,200 and you pay it off 10 years early, that's $144,000 in payments you'll never have to make again. Plus, you'll have the emotional security of knowing the roof over your head is fully yours. Ramsey encourages using extra payments, biweekly payments, or any surplus income to chip away at the principal. And once it's gone, you've reached a level of financial independence most people only dream about. A friend of mine followed this step and paid off their 30-year mortgage in just 12 years. The sense of freedom they describe is priceless. No more worrying about job loss or rising interest rates, just security. At this stage, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're building a financial foundation that's rock solid. Step 7. Build wealth and give generously. The final step in Ramsey's plan is about living with purpose, building wealth, and giving generously. Once you're debt-free, fully funded, and mortgage-free, your focus shifts from survival to significance. This is where you invest more aggressively, grow your wealth, and start creating a lasting legacy. Ramsey encourages people to give, whether that's donating to causes you believe in, supporting your community, or helping others in need. Why giving? Because money isn't just about what it can do for you. It's about the impact it can have on others. True wealth isn't measured only in dollars, but in generosity and freedom. Imagine being able to write a check that changes someone's life, helping a struggling family, funding a scholarship, or supporting a cause you're passionate about. That's the kind of freedom Ramsey wants people to experience. And let's be honest, what's the point of financial success if it doesn't allow you to live fully and bless others? This final step is about legacy. It's about living like no one else, free, secure, and generous. It's the ultimate reward for following the baby steps. Conclusion. So, there you have it, the 7 best tips from Dave Ramsey's The Total Money Makeover. From starting with a $1,000 emergency fund, to wiping out debt with the snowball method, to building wealth and giving generously, this plan is designed to take you from financial chaos to financial peace. The beauty of Ramsey's approach is its simplicity. It's not about complicated strategies or overnight riches. It's about discipline, consistency, and small steps that lead to big results. Yes, it requires sacrifice. Yes, it takes time. But the payoff is freedom. The kind of freedom that lets you sleep at night knowing your money is working for you, not against you. So, my challenge to you is this. Don't just listen, take action. Start your own Total Money Makeover today. And if this review has inspired you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Which of these steps are you starting with? Remember, financial freedom isn't a dream, it's a decision.